Hey
There we
everybody,
go.
David here with ProTrain Miami. Also here with the CEO of ProTrain Miami, John Todaro. How are you tonight, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
God is good. I'm still here, man. We are going to talk about some exciting topics tonight. We want to help college, our student athletes preparing for college, get recruited, get scholarships. We've got five major tips we're going to discuss, and we're going to start, and we're also going to look at some prime examples of these tips in action from some of the fastest, most capable athletes in the game today. We'll start by discussing the exposure side of it. Then we're going to get to the nitty gritty of the hard work that you got to put in to get your conditioning right. But in terms of maximizing exposure and recruiting, let's just assume that they've done the work for conditioning. What do they do after that to get actually exposure in front of recruiters?
Well, the obvious answer is go to a really good school that, plays a tough schedule, like your St. Thomas Aquinas or, your DeMathas or Good Counsels. But if you go to a shitty school, like a school in the middle of nowhere, you better be the fastest, strongest, and most dialed in on that team. And if you're not, you need to be the most athletic on any camp that you go to. So maximizing exposure would be going to rivals camps, going to Under Armour camps, going to the camps at the colleges. But don't go to these
Okay.
camps if you can't run a fast 40. Don't go to do not go to any of these camps if you're not fast. Like just don't go to them. Don't go to them if you're not
Okay.
fast, you're not strong. Don't like if you're in the middle of nowhere in Ohio or Iowa and you go to like a 1A school, go to these camps to get noticed, but you better be bringing the speed because that's the only way you're going to get noticed in anything that you do.
Okay.
You
And we're
know,
going to
you
talk
you
about
got
that a
to
little bit later, by the way. If you're not fast, if you're in the middle of nowhere and you're not sure where to go, we're going to talk about how to get you there and how to get you fast. But okay, going to the
100%.
camps, going to combines,
Well, I mean,
maybe building a
but
high.
the thing is with the way that the internet is, you have Huddle. Like your Huddle account. Like when I look at a Huddle account, it should be filled with like the best highlights and editing your Huddle. Like you have full access to edit your Huddle account, so you have to have like the highlights. We don't want to see a post route and then like I want to see touchdown after touchdown. I want to see the most top 10 plays you did that whole season. And if you don't got that, then keep working, get faster, get stronger, put yourself in positions to where you're going to get noticed. The cream always rises to the top, but it only rises to the top if you put in that work. I mean, all these kids are like, I'm not getting exposure. I'm not. It's because you suck and you're not fast and you're not strong and you're not fitting the description of a football player. So if you're not getting exposure, it's probably because more than likely you need to get faster and more than likely you need to get stronger. And if you are fast and strong, come to the camps and show up and you will blow up. It's that simple. They will
Okay.
find you if you are findable.
Okay. And then the secret we know that most people in America don't know is that speed is trainable and that we can help individuals get
Speed is
there.
trainable.
So
If you
regarding
are a
the
high school, if
networking,
you're, go
go
ahead.
ahead and finish that thought. Then I'll ask the next question.
What I was gonna say is, if you are a high school athlete and you are, if you're a position player, you should be running a minimum of a 4.7. That is within anybody's capability if you're a position player. If you are an offensive line, you should be running at least a 5 flat, given that you are
Okay.
over 260 pounds. If you're under 260, you need to be running in the fours. Okay. And if you're like anybody that's O line should be running, anybody in America that it should be running at least a 5.3 or under. And these are very capable metrics for anybody to get. And from there, it's about playing football. But if you are a high school football player, position player, running back, DB, safety, linebacker, you should be running at least a 4.7. There's no ifs, ands, or buts
Okay.
about it.
Okay. Let's go back to the huddle account for really quickly. Just if there's freshmen out there, they don't know what that is that an app that lets coaches look at your videos, kind of like a social media
Absolutely.
app for recruiting?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Get that up. Get your huddle game up and make sure that you're editing it where don't just put every play on there. Edit that where it's the best plays. Put the best plays out there first. They want to see that 80-yard touchdown. They want to see the big hit sticks. They don't want to see you run a post route. Everybody ran a post route this year.
Okay.
Like we want
They
to see
want something
big plays.
exceptional.
And then
Okay.
you got go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, no, you've got more on that. Then we'll move on in a minute to mental toughness, and we'll look at Chase and some examples of mental toughness that can be built with training. But finish that last thought you had there.
And just get around a lot of coaches. It's about that. The